Hello everyone. Now we are going to see a wheel balance experiment. The aim of this experiment is to balance a wheel using a wheel balancing machine. The tools used for this experiment are wheel balancing machine and its accessories along with the screwdriver and spanners. The tire balance, or sometimes it may be also called as the imbalance or unbalance, is caused due to the distribution of mass with an automobile tire to which it is attached. When the wheel rotates, mass may cause it to wobble, which can cause ride disturbances, usually the vertical and lateral vibrations. It can also result in wobbling of the steering wheel or of the entire vehicle. The ride disturbance due to unbalance usually increases with speed. For this reason, we are going to conduct the wheel balance experiment. Tires are balanced and repair shops by two methods. One is static balance and dynamic balance. There are two types of balances. Now we are going to see the dynamic balancing, what we are going to conduct now in the lab. So dynamic balancing describes the forces generated by mass distribution when the tire is rotated. So when the tire is in motion or when the tire is rotated, that is what in dynamic position, this balance can be done. The procedure followed here are: fix all the wheels to balancing machine, lock the wheel using locking nut, mark the various parts of the wheel by rotating it, check the wheel for static balancing. Now rotate the machine. The weight should be added in backside of the wheel, that is where the arrow marker needle shows 0 in all parts of the wheel, and add necessary weights wherever it is required. Inspect tire grip if worn out and check the damages in the disc. Hello everyone. So we are going to conduct the wheel balancing experiment. So the wheel balancing experiment, it is also known as the tire balancing. So it is the process of equalizing the weight of the combined tire and wheel assembly so that it spins smoothly at high speed. Balancing involves putting the wheel or tire assembly on a balancer which centers the wheel and spins it to determine where the weights should go. Okay. Now we can see the tools of the instruments or equipments what we are going to use now for this experiment. So this is the pliers to add the weights. So these are the weights should be added. You can see that a number of weights are available here, from small grams to higher grams. Okay. You can see it's mentioned as 100, and some of the 200 grams you can see like 40. Like so, no, from small to bigger number of weights are available here. Okay. So this is very small one. Okay. So this is the screen where you can note down the balanced weights or unbalanced weights, how much weights to be added if the wheel is unbalanced, by controlling various options here. So these color codes are given for different operations to perform the experiment. So once we start the experiment, you can notice what are the operations are performed by these buttons. So this is the wheel. This should be fixed to the shaft and should be locked by using the lock nut. To be held tightly, we are using different cones. You can see here, this is called as cones, which is connected between the shaft and the rim part. And also you can see the different types of cones available depending upon which dimension of rims you are going to use. Now we are fixing the wheel properly so that there should not be any disturbance. By using the lock nut, clamp it tightly. Now we are using the measuring gauge to measure the rim width and the inner diameter. So you can record it here. So this is the scale which measures the width of the diameter. Now we are measuring the inner diameter. So it is indicating here, you can say somewhat near to 13. Okay, now you need to see what is the distance between the equipment and the rim, the distance. So these are the observations to be given as input to the equipment, to the machine. So once every observation has taken care, we need to set the initial readings by using these buttons. So the width is going to be the 4-inch that we have fixed, and the inner diameter of the rim is going to be the 13-inch, and the distance from here to the machine to the center of the wheel, the distance is going to be 100 mm. Now everything is setted. Now we are going to check it properly, then everything is okay, then you can proceed further. So the equipment will give the instructions for us to proceed. So once work is there, then we are going to press the green button when you can go for the experiment. So once the green button is pressed, you can see this, the wheel starts to spin. The wheel started to spin and it's also stopped. Now where it is going to stop, once it is going to stop, you can see that reading left side it is showing 55 and right side it is going to show 35. Means from it is going to give the data for us that there is an unbalanced weight with respect to the wheel. So we need to have the balancing of weights by adding this, the weights to the rim. Now left side or right side we are going to add it. Now we are adding the weights. So this is 25 and this is 10. So this, as per the data, we need to have 35 to the right hand side and 55 to the left hand side. So now we will be using the combination of 25 and 10. So make it 35 to the right hand side. We are going to add it by using the hammer. So that is 25 plus 10, 2 weights we added. So total it is 35. Okay, so Now we'll go for the left side. So left side it is 55. So this is going to be 50 and this is going to be 5. Okay, so 55 will be added to the left side. You can see. Now it is showing the indication where exactly you need to hammer the weights. Now after adding the weights, we will be checking once again by using the green button, and again the wheel has started to spin. Okay, now again it is showing 15 towards left and 5 towards to be added to the right side. So you should be adding the weights until it should nullify and it should show 0. And now we are adding the weights to the left side. Now finally again pressing the green button, again we will see what happens to the weight. Okay. So now it is 0. So the conclusion is now, so once the unbalanced weight it is shown in the screen, so you can see the 45 grams or 50 grams it was shown earlier. So that weights had been added and it has come back to the neutralized 0 part. So now it is the wheel balancing is done.